Alright, in this video we're going to talk about rounding numbers. Make sure you put today's date in the upper corner of your notes. So let's say you're given this problem. Round 375 to the nearest 10. So we're going to use a number line to locate the number between the closest tens. So we'll draw a little number line here. And then counting by tens, we go to the nearest tens. We got 350, 360, 370, 380, 390. That's counting by tens. If I wanted to locate this number, I would put 375 right about in the middle, exactly in the middle between 370 and 380. So if I was going to round, 375 is closer to 380. So round it to 380. So 370 rounded to the nearest 10 is 380. That's how we would use a number line to set that up. You just count by the tens and look at where the number is closest to which 10. If it asks you to round to the nearest hundreds, you'd count by hundreds. If it asks you to not round to the nearest thousand, you'd count by thousands, and so on. When you're rounding means change digits after indicated place value to zeros. So you find where the number fits on the number line and then round it to the nearest place value and change the numbers after that to zeros. So without a number line, there's some rules you can follow. You can always draw a number line, which is fine. Without a number line, follow these rules. First thing you need to do is determine the indicated place value. Then you look at the number or digit to right of place value. So you find the indicated place value, and then you look at what's right next to it, to the right. If that number if it's 5 or more, 5 or higher, so 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you round the place value up one number. If less than 5, so 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0, you keep the place value the same. And then the last step, after you've changed the place value, either rounding it up or keeping it the same, change the digits or the numbers after the place value. To zeros. So you find the indicated place value, like tens, hundreds, thousands. You look at the digit to the right of that place value. If it's 5 or higher, you round the place value up one number. If it's less than 5, you keep the place value the same, and then change those digits to 0 after. So let's try an example. Keep my rules there so we can still see the rules. Let's round 3,786 to the nearest hundred. So I'm going to identify the place value. It says 100. So the hundreds place is where the 7 is. To the right of the 7 is an 8. So I found the indicated place value. I looked at the digit to the right of the place value, so that's 8. If it's 5 or higher, that tells me I round the place value up one number. So instead of 3,700, I'm going to make it 3,800, and then all the digits after now become zeros. And that's rounding to the nearest hundred. So if you follow those steps or use a number line, that's how you can round whole numbers. We'll look at this again too when we start looking at it with decimals and rounding to the nearest decimal place. Okay, so now you should be able to try the practice problems.